Hello everyone, this is HGJ Halloween, and today I am going to be unboxing and setting up Bloodthirsty Betty from Spirit Halloween. So this is a video that I have been super excited to make because, as you guys know, as soon as I saw Bloodthirsty Betty, she was the first sneak peek, and as soon as I saw her, I absolutely fell in love with this animatronic, and I knew that it was going to be one of my favorites from the year. It really comes down to her and Demonic Dahlia, but after seeing her in person again today, I might be able to decide on that, but I absolutely love Bloodthirsty Betty. When I saw her at the flagship store, she's pretty much just the size that I expected. She's fairly small, but to my surprise, she does not come in this box fully just made and ready to go. I kind of figured with a prop that small it would be similar to the wall hanger, if not even less setup, because the wall hanger literally just had one pole that had to go inside of it, and I thought Bloodthirsty Betty was kind of a similar idea, but apparently not. Bloodthirsty Betty, I haven't opened the box yet, so this is me an authentic unboxing, but I have heard from people that Bloodthirsty Betty actually has like 14 parts and a lot of steps, so it's actually going to make for a pretty good setup video. Hopefully it won't be too complicated, and also a good instructional setup, which is nice because I didn't think she was even going to really have any setup whatsoever. So, before I open this box up though, I do first just want to shout out my Instagram at HGJ_Halloween. If you guys want to get more regular content from me on a more regular basis, then definitely go ahead and check me out over there because I post stuff like behind the scenes and other things that you don't see on the channel as much, and it's obviously more consistent because it's easier to make Instagram posts than YouTube videos. So if you do want to get more content from me, then definitely go ahead and check my Instagram out. Link will be down in the description. Alright, let's go ahead and open Bloodthirsty Betty. I have not peeked in this box whatsoever, although I have seen her in person one time at the flagship, but I'm really excited to see her once again today. When you open the box, this is all it is right at first. Hopefully you guys are getting good shots. It's just cardboard on the top. Oh, this opens up though, but then there's really nothing much to see because there's a chest plate right on top there, but take that off. And okay, there you go. Wow, look at this eye detail. I didn't even notice all that, but take a look inside that box, guys. Flip it around this way. Make sure that you can see good. This is what is inside your Bloodthirsty Betty box. Woohoo! And yeah, there are just a lot of parts, and I really was not expecting that. Let me make sure you guys... I'll back up just a tad. But, all right, let's see. She is, okay, so same thing as Demonic Dahlia right here, where she's in like a separate compartment within the box that you have to pull out. This chest plate comes out though. Alrighty, down at the bottom her clothing fell out right here, and I love this outfit design. I love the roses and all the flower color. It's a really old-timey look. Oh, this is a bigger dress than I would have thought for her because she's only 2 feet, but yeah, I think the design is just absolutely perfect for her. And that's it for the box. By the way, here is the box if you guys want to see. This is the front angle. Then they have this really, really awesome side photo of her, and I believe it's the same on both. Yep, on both sides. There are no more stories this year, as we found out with Demonic Dahlia, but you can see her poem on here on the back. Hopefully it'll focus on that for those of you that like to read those. This girl looks insane. Let's see, this stuff is just sitting here. So we have feet, arms, the 2 arms, and the 2 legs right there. Then this is a wild looking mechanism right here. The entire head thing with the shoulder bracket, and holy crap, her 2 pigtails. The iconic, the one and only Bloodthirsty Betty, Menacing Molly Part 2. Take a look at that. That face detail is really, really freaking cool. I'm glad that mine turned out well, because you know, sometimes they do all look a bit different. So this really is gonna make for a good instructional setup video because all of it comes separate pieces, and I really was absolutely not expecting that. I thought this was gonna come in the box and just be already put together and be a one and done situation hanging up on the wall. Here's the instructions right here. As you can see, there are a lot of parts and a lot of steps, so it's actually going to make for a good setup. And cut these zip ties off, and here we have some of our poles and stuffs. This is just a center pull. It doesn't even have any labels on it whatsoever, but it's all right. Here's another pull with something that attaches to it right there. And here is her base, or her mounting thing, piece of wood. All right, well that's it for the box. So actually she does have this, which I think has a bunch of pieces in it. It was the same situation with Demonic Dahlia, where they had this separate box with a bunch of different pieces, so screws and stuff's in there. And then this is our adapter. All right guys, well that is the unboxing portion of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. First time unboxing Bloodthirsty Betty and seeing her in person again since Flagship. And now I will go ahead and get these parts all laid out and jump into setting this girl up. Sorry for some of the last shot being out of focus at the end there, but there's not really much I can do about it since that was the unboxing part. I can't really redo that, but yeah, it just wasn't focusing on the light correctly, and I guess I was too far away from the camera. But anyways, here is all of our parts laid out. We have the awesome looking head with the whole mechanism piece right there, the 2 feet and legs, the 2 hands and arms. Then we have our little box of parts, which I'll get that out later. The adapter box, Bloodthirsty Betty's instructions, which are right here. I know some of you guys like to see a bit of those. The chest plate, this singular pole right here, this pole with a notch on it right here, and then the base piece. So these instructions are not that simple. It's a whole 17 steps, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the first step right here is just to take the short pole, as they call it, and just stick it right into the base, this notch right here. And I think it's looking like we're pretty much screwing almost everything in with Betty. So this is what's in our box right here. You have the control box, which is the exact same situation as Demonic Dahlia. It seems like they're made by the same company, and I'm not sure what company that is, but, and then also this packet right here of a bunch of zip ties and a bunch of screws. So it wants me to actually use 2 of the screws to secure this in, so don't just do one side. There are 2 holes, one on either side. So there is going to be a lot of screwing for her setup. Get that in tight. 2 screws in on the first pole. Now you go ahead and take this pole, focus on it, with the notch, and that is what goes in right there. So this actually needs to go flipped around like that. So that's a little thing that I don't know if it would ruin it or not, but gotta pay attention to those tiny details. This is another 2 screw situation. I'm not sure what company they're from. If it's something different that we've never seen, or, I mean, it's similar types of stuff, but there you go. So this is interesting. Now we have to go ahead and take the control box and actually put it onto these 2 hooks right here. So you obviously would want this part of it facing upwards, and then it goes down onto these 2 hooks, and I guess when it's hanging up like this, that's gonna just be hanging, it'll hold it up. So we're moving up a bit now. Now we have to go ahead and grab the head with all of the mechanism pieces and have to attach that to the top pole, making sure that it's facing upward and facing the front. So you see this is the head right here, and then it has this little notch right here. That is where this needs to go. Ooh, it's looking cool now. Put that on right like that. That's what the whole thing is looking like. So now there is a spot right there that says screw here, and you are going to want to use 1 screw to attach the head to this pole here. So let's screw that in tight right there. Do not want the whole head to come popping off, because that would not be good. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, now we have to go ahead and put on the legs and arms. So I put her up on the box now because putting the feet in, they kind of press against the ground. The way that, I've looked at this for a little while now, and the way that this came, I think that this has to be bent out on both of them. I already tested it with the other one, because these just lay into this bracket right here. And I'll do this in a second. You have to pull it all the way out, and then these just lay right into this bracket. See if you can see that good. And go down like that. So this definitely needed to be, because obviously the two big toes need to be facing each other. So the other one also needed to be bent out, because otherwise they just wouldn't go in the right way. So you have to go like that. And then this is where it needs to be secured with the zip ties. So that is where you would put the zip ties, on these two ends right here. I just use string because, like I said, I am going to need all 4 of these zip ties for the instructional setup. But then after that, I will have her set up with the zip ties. All right, this is not actually a chest plate. This is actually her butt plate. And this needs to go, this Velcro strip right here has to go right down on this Velcro strip. And it has a little section area where it can go right down on top of it. Hopefully it's, yeah, that's good. And then that actually gives her shape when you have her hanging on the wall. So the next step was supposed to be for me to actually put on the dress, and then it says later to connect all these wires, but I'm just gonna do that right now because I think it's gonna be too difficult if we start doing that after we have the dress on. So all these wires that come from the control box and that come from the head need to all be attached. So you got, this was C to C, A to A, also just matching the colors basically, and B to B right here. Now I will go ahead and put the dress over the entire thing, and oh, it looks like this piece right here comes down and Velcros onto the butt plate, like so. And then here's the whole dress, and you have to put that over top of the head. Let's see. Just like this. Unvelcro the back part. This comes all the way down to here. Looks like our control box fell off. It's kind of awkward when it's not hanging. Okay, just like that. And I'm not really sure. I guess we'll kind of get it situated once we get the arms in. Now we got to go ahead and thread the arms up through the sleeves and use the zip ties to attach them. And I will use 2 of the zip ties now because they give us 2 extra, so I'll have 4 left for the instructional. But let's go ahead and get this put up like that. It's a little easier. I want the thumbs facing in, of course. And I don't really know, it doesn't really specify where exactly this clips in, so might get a close-up of that once I figure it out. This comes all the way down there. And then, let's see if you guys can see. Oh, okay, it's a piece like this. It has to go like that. And I think you guys should be able to see that there's this plastic part right here that's attached to the whole head piece and mechanism. And this should just sit in there somewhere. There's got to be a hole. Yep, right at the end there is a hole. Then you go ahead and just put that there. It rests in that notch. And then somewhere we have to secure with a zip tie, and I'm not really 100% sure where that is. Make sure that it's focused. I do see holes right here, but I'm not sure where those go to. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and zip tie it right here. I don't think it really matters. I'll just hit it with a zip tie right there. And that should be good enough to make sure it doesn't fall out. There you go. And I'll just go ahead and do the other arm off camera. This is what she's looking like now, kind of crazy, but we'll fix it up in a second. I've just got to pull up the dress right now and Velcro it around the back and the shoulder bracket and all of that so that it is on correctly and stays on. So let's pull it up right here. These out of the way. Oh, there's a Velcro on the front right here that goes on her neck. I'm just gonna do that. Then bringing it around to the back here. Gotta get all this Velcro on good. All right, now the dress is looking better. So to keep the dress on properly, they do have a Velcro strip on the back of it right here that goes onto the butt plate down here. And gotta put those Velcros together right there. And then, let's see, pretty sure it had like these straps right here, which I think should go around the feet to help hold that upright. And let's just do that. And then here is the other one right here. Goes around this foot like that. And I'm not sure if that's correct or not. So that actually was correct, that you want to go ahead and put those little elastics around the ankles. However, it just kind of messes up the dress a little bit because I had the feet and the legs bent out so far. You really want them to be scrunched in like they were when you first open it, and then the dress will kind of sit properly and look normal just like that. So we are pretty much entirely done here. I just did a lot of adjusting to all the clothing pieces and the arms and the legs. Depending on if you're gonna have her hanging up or sitting on the ground, you might want the hands, for example, to be touching the ground like that. Or if you have her on the wall, you might want them to be up against the wall or up against her face, or just facing up, or whatever you want to do with it. The arms are posable and the legs are also posable, and of course you want to adjust the dress so it looks normal, and the hair and everything else. And then the very, very last thing that it actually says to do in the instructions is to just, let me read it verbatim, pull backward the head slowly to adjust the head angle. So maybe it just kind of needs to be a little bit, I'm not really even sure what they're talking about there. It feels like I'm just going to break it. So I'm going to leave that. She is looking super duper creepy, but one thing I did just notice, I don't know if it said it in the instructions or not because I was kind of rushing through, but there is the IR sensor right here on the shoulder. So I think there are some like stickers underneath of here that you would want to peel off the plastic, and then it would be sticky, and you can stick this clothing down so that it has that hole right over top of the IR sensor. But I'm just going to leave it as of now because I probably want to have that to show in the instructional setup. But then the last thing we're just going to do here is grab her cord and plug this into the control box right here, 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter. Then pull the clothes over it right here. All right, let's go ahead and plug her in for the first time. She should be already on IR sensor mode, and her head should probably retract. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is it over there? Not sure what mode she's on. Oh, she's on step pad. So we want to turn her to on. Okay. That control box is going to need some duct tape or something. Doesn't really stay on well. Well, this would be the problem right here. I did not plug in the IR sensor wire. That was most likely in the instructions, but like I said, I just kind of miss stuff sometimes because I'm rushing through a bit. It has to go right into the control box. Okay. Ooh, she's going. Oh, God. Wow, a lot of movement on this one. See how far back that head pops? Oh, this is cool, guys. Oh, wow, and she retracted super quick. All right, mine is really moving. I don't think that IR sensor needs to be in the hole specifically. Like, yeah. There she is. That's scary. Look at that. Alright guys, that is going to be it for my unboxing and setup of Bloodthirsty Betty. I hope you all enjoyed. It was definitely a really fun one to do. Probably the most anticipated one of the year. She was our very first sneak peek, and I think everyone thought that she was absolutely amazing at first watch. And I'm so glad to have her this year and to be adding her to my 2019 haunt. If you guys want to get Bloodthirsty Betty or anything else that Spirit Halloween sells this year, then a link to their website will be down in the description below. And if you shop on that website, or shop through that link, you'll be helping out me and the channel, and of course there will be a 20% off coupon that is up to date for you to make these prices a little bit less scary. But of course there will be Bloodthirsty Betty on there, and she is probably my favorite of the season. Definitely would highly recommend ordering her for this year. There will also be a link to my Instagram, like I said at the beginning of the video. That will be down in the description as well, and there will be a link to the HJJ Halloween merch shop if you want to check out any HJJ Halloween designs. Alright guys, hope you're all having a great day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.